Hello, good goers, good doers, friends, family, relatives, and things of that nature. Hello to all the special people in the world while you're watching this in the daytime, the nighttime, or if you're watching this on your cellular device during the ways, whether you're driving to this in a car, whether you're driving to this at all, maybe a moped, taking a lift ride, whatever. It's your host with the most, Aether Zexul, on today's number 14 of Walking with the Father. Today on a special episode, I would actually kind of take a different topic from the other series of a topic that I've been kind of thinking about more personally. It's about my own ideas in a way of what it really means to be specifically immortalized. You know, sometimes some people have this topic of immortalization in ways in, what is your legacy going to be like? What is your focus going to be like? What is your mindset going to be like? How are you going to cope, live? How are you going to breathe in the next years of, not per se breathing, but like how are you going to have a impact on the world, basically. Immortalization of how you're going to affect generations and generations that are after you. That's something I've been thinking about, honestly, like a lot more. The more I get older, the more I want to achieve certain dreams and goals instead of specifically just consuming content in a way, than actually like being, and it's come to my attention as the more I do think, I watch videos about it, I research about it, all the great inventors of the world and the great people who really has that big effect on even the smallest things, like things, the crosswalk, the stop signs, things about the road, the pavement, like pencils, the electronic device that you're using right now, the electronic device I'm using right now, even the mic I'm speaking on. It's has me thinking like most inventors won't really be able to be alive to see their inventions be successful in a way, So it kind of have like, is that what I mean to like be immortalized in this plane? Is not being able to see the output of what you do and what you're, created and everything. I feel like somebody who's even came close to that is, at least in my eyes, probably because I have a strong connection to it. The creator of Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama. If any anime nerd hears is out there watching, I feel like he was probably one of the closer people to see his success and like really basically live to see people from generations and generations to like really have a success story over that, And that also has me even thinking, it's like, okay, do I want that, or do I want a real effect cause the world? Because it's like, it does cause an effect to the world of affecting real dreamers out there and real mindsets and thinkers out there. And in a way, they say in the book where it says those who are of the world is not with God, and those who are God is not of the world. And on a plain basis means like not being part of this physical world is interpretation. That's the simple interpretation. But the more I think it's more of being consumed by the world in my eyes. It's my interpretation of that scripture that does this in the book. I think in my eyes, it's more of like being really indulged and consumed and taking everything hard and just like being really in everything basically without relatively putting any time and any effort into the belief of the Father or having any relationship with the Father or doing any will with the Father, you're talking bad about people. You're going out to parties, sex, drugs, all this, acting, all this. You're just being around people you shouldn't be. You're just around a lot of things, attracting some of the wrong things, and you're just attracting things, and you're not having any type of protection, doing things bad. You're talking about people bad just because you're at a certain type of status specifically, or you're just in this mind frame where you're just better than everyone because your physicality. But when you see somebody in your mind that you deem is better than you just shrug it off, and you're just no, that's how I feel. It's being of the world. It's you're not even acknowledging that the Father exists. Some people don't even acknowledge that God exists in itself, and in my eyes, I don't really think that that's supposed to be correct. But to each is everybody own in that way, and I know that the Father exists. So I just wanted to, it's a part of me that wants to let people try to convince people, but you realize you can't convince people because people are going to choose their heart. They already made the decision whether they realize it or not. So it's just having those small conversations and planting seeds in people, and hopefully the Spirit would touch them, and one day they will be invited to the world, out of the world, and invited to the Spirit of the land of the true royalty and holiness and the actual luxuries of the world. But it's not all the ways of being better than people, but it's this side is really going to fulfill your needs and actually spiritually and physically in a better mindset. But money does shape the world around us to have a lot of people enslaved, basically having people in chains. So you can't deny that type of factor. So with all that being is, it's how can we make money not really enslave people? How can we make the world more helpful? How can we have people more interactive more with other people, spiritually giving life, spiritually giving love, spiritually, instead of a crab in the barrel situation? And I think with creative ideas, inventors, or even all of the per se sheep and everything, the lamb, because a lot of people are lambs, and it's okay to be a lamb. It's not lambs are useless or worthless. It's people need guidance in the world. We're all lamb at one point in time because we were kids. Some people develop awareness at a young age, but even then, I didn't have all the answers. I still don't have all the answers. I still have some type of lamb mentality, but I know I have to step up and face the hard truth in order to become the shepherd. At least that's what my belief is. And that being said, to be immortalized, basically, is it to be known by people? Is it to be a leader? Immortalized means to be put here forever, but are we really going to stay here forever? I wish, in due time, I know I'll have some sort of answers, but I'm really enjoying the adventure of finding the answer, what it really means to be immortalized. And if you're watching this and you made this, what it means to you to be immortalized in a faction. You're probably a dreamer like me too. I have a strong leader role identity of myself that the Father has given me, and so that's why I'm doing this. I wonder. We all wonder. So I thank you all for listening. If you're just listening for me, I guess in this generation we would say yapping and rambling, and I'm not always just talking like this and things, but these are just videos I record deep into my mind of my thoughts and walking with the Father on my journey. So I thank you for personally listening, because you can be doing whatever, but you find this interesting, a talking head, and the shadows. But in all time, due time, I love you all. I thank you all for the great journey, and I wish you all the blessings, and always keep up your relationship with the Father. So I love you, and I see you all soon. Thank you for day 14 of 30. It's 14 of 30. Can you believe it? It's 14 of 30. It's kind of crazy. 14, 30, 30, 40. I mean 14. 40 is kind of crazy, but I might try to do 40. But, thank you. And I'll see you soon.